Have you heard of the pencil exercise, but you're not sure how or where to start? You're in the right place. Let's get started. Hi, I'm Brian from Airflow Music. Alongside publishing our books for brass players, we've started releasing a bunch of videos with tips to make brass playing easier for you. So if you're new here, please subscribe to the Airflow Music channel so you're notified of all of our videos. This video is part of the Trumpet A-Z series. On the Facebook trumpet groups I read, people often ask how they can keep their chops in shape when they have limited practice time, either because they will have to work during the day or because they're travelling more for gigs, for example. Another more specific question that seems to be in vogue right now is, how do I do the pencil exercise? Let's kill two birds with one stone. I is for isometrics. Isometrics are a class of exercise where a muscle group is strengthened by having it work against a different muscle group in the body or against a fixed object. In the case of trumpet isometrics, this tends to be the latter. Isometrics are useful because they're done away from the horn and they can be done silently for the most part. So if you have to work all day or you're travelling a lot, you can keep your chops in shape without needing to play and without disturbing the people around you. I should make it clear though, they're not a substitute for playing or practicing your instrument. While they keep your embouchure muscles working and somewhat simulate the effort of playing, you do need to keep your air moving and your response in check to play successfully. There are a couple of fairly well-known examples of trumpet isometrics, such as blocked buzzing or the pencil exercise. But often they're things we've heard of but we're not really sure how to approach. In this video, I'd like to focus on the pencil exercise. If you'd like to follow along, you're going to need to grab a pencil. There are actually two versions of the pencil exercise which work a little differently, and in my opinion one is vastly superior to the other. The first version is where you hold the pencil between your lips parallel to the ground. I place the pencil on my lip at the aperture point in front of my teeth, grip it with my lips and hold it out as long as I can, possibly 20 or 30 seconds to begin with, and building up as I get used to it. Now if you do this, you will certainly feel the muscles in your corners working, but I'm not sure it's the most effective way of doing it. The second version of the pencil exercise, which I prefer, is the version from the Roy Stevens-William Costello trumpet method. This time I'm going to hold the pencil gently between my teeth, then close my lips around it by saying M. Then I'm going to blow at a similar intensity to playing a G in the staff at around mezzo forte, as if I'm blowing along the pencil but without letting any air escape. I like to practice this in intervals, starting with 5 to 6 seconds blowing, then 5 to 6 seconds resting. Alternate this a few times over the course of a minute or so. Be careful not to bite down hard on the pencil, just a gentle grip with the teeth. The reason I prefer this version is because it's much closer to the way our embouchure muscles work when we're actually playing. Literally, we're using the pencil to simulate an aperture between our lips, and then restraining the air with our lips around that aperture size. So we're working the support muscles at the corners, as well as the dynamic muscles that control the aperture itself. Importantly, all the muscles are made to work in the same direction they do when we actually play. The first version doesn't do this, and even though it will strengthen the corner muscles, since it's not in the same direction, it's more of an up and down movement, it can cause you to start pinching at the centre of your lips as you grip the pencil. That's a habit we don't want to get into. If you want to increase the intensity as you become accustomed to the exercise, then you can either blow slightly harder or, better still, increase the length of the intervals, both playing and resting, as well as the length of time spent doing the exercise overall. I hope this helps clear up the pencil exercise and how you should do it. Again, I want to remind you that you do need to play and practice in order to keep your chops properly in check. While some embouchure strength is required to play a brass instrument, and isometrics will help with that, it's not nearly as important as getting your air working properly and striking a balance between the flow of air and the embouchure so one responds to the other. Not to mention the fact that you also need to coordinate both of these elements with your fingers in order to get around the instrument smoothly and cleanly. If you do choose to try out some of these isometrics or add them to your daily routine, I urge you to please go carefully and not overdo them. I hope you found this video helpful. If so, please share it with your friends on Facebook or Twitter, and don't forget to subscribe to the Airflow Music channel. If you have any questions about this or any of our videos, please comment below. If you'd like to support us in making these videos, please visit airflowmusic.com and purchase a book or a lesson. We'd really appreciate it. I'll see you on the next video. Now, go practice.